Writing a novel is an ambitious journey, and how you get there largely depends on your writing style. Most writers fall into one of two camps: plotters or pantsers. Plotters meticulously outline their stories before they begin, while pantsers, as the name suggests, write by the seat of their pants, diving into the story without a predefined structure. Both approaches have pros and cons, and understanding each style can help you determine which approach will work best for your creative process. In this video, we'll explore the key differences between plotting and pantsing, the benefits and challenges of each style, and tips for deciding which might suit your personality, story, and goals. What is plotting? Plotting involves planning your story in advance. Plotters outline their novels before they write, laying out the plot structure, character arcs, and key scenes. This may include detailed chapter breakdowns, outlining each chapter's events or beats, character profiles, defining characters' personalities, motivations, and backstories, world building, planning out world details, if relevant, such as settings, cultures, and historical context. Story arcs, mapping out major plot points to ensure a cohesive narrative. The pros of plotting offers a strong sense of direction and control over the story. Here's why some writers swear by it. 1. Reduces writer's block. Having a clear outline reduces the chances of hitting a wall mid-story. If you know where the plot is headed, you're less likely to get stuck or waste time figuring out what happens next. 2. Efficient time management. Plotters often write more quickly since they have a roadmap. This can be especially beneficial if you're working on a deadline or if time is a limited resource. 3. Creates consistency and cohesion. Plotting helps avoid plot holes and inconsistencies. By planning in advance, plotters can ensure that character motivations make sense and that plot points connect smoothly. 4. Supports complex storylines. For stories with intricate plots or multiple characters, plotting provides a framework to manage complexity, making it easier to weave together subplots and maintain continuity.
Hi and welcome in our channel Alive Inc. If you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe for our future videos, and thank you very much in advance.
The cons of plotting. While plotting can be effective, it has some drawbacks. 1. Risk of losing creativity. Some writers find that strict plotting stifles creativity. Following an outline too closely may make writing feel formulaic, limiting spontaneity and exploration. 2. Time-consuming prep work. Plotting requires substantial upfront work, which can be discouraging for writers who want to jump into writing immediately. 3. Possibility of over-planning. There's a risk of getting so caught up in planning that you lose enthusiasm before writing the first chapter. Over-planning can make the actual writing process feel like an afterthought. What is pantsing? Pantsing is the more free-form approach to writing. Pantsers start with a basic idea or a single scene and let the story unfold organically. Instead of outlining the plot in advance, they dive in with little or no pre-planned structure. The pros of pantsing. Pantsing appeals to many writers for its sense of adventure and flexibility. Here's what makes it a popular choice. 1. Creative freedom. Pantsing allows writers to follow their inspiration wherever it leads. Without a rigid outline, pantsers can explore different character choices, plot twists, and themes as they go. 2. In-the-moment discovery. For some writers, the thrill of discovering the story as they write is highly motivating. They get to experience plot twists and character revelations along with the reader. 3. Quick startup. Since pantsing doesn't require extensive prep work, writers can start drafting immediately. This spontaneity appeals to those who struggle with the planning stage or feel overwhelmed by outlining. For adaptive storytelling, pantsers can adapt their story based on what feels right in the moment. This flexibility allows for more organic character development and can lead to unexpected, exciting directions. The cons of pantsing. While pantsing can be creatively fulfilling, it has its challenges. 1. Greater risk of writer's block. Without a plan, it's easier to get stuck or lose track of where the story is going, which can lead to long periods of stagnation or frustration. 2. Editing challenges. Pantsers may need to do more extensive revisions than plotters. Because their stories aren't pre-planned, the first draft can be disjointed, requiring significant editing to fix plot holes and inconsistencies. 3. Lack of structure. Pantsing can lead to stories that meander without a clear direction. Without careful revision, pants stories risk losing cohesion, making it harder to sustain reader interest. Plotting versus pantsing. How to decide which is right for you. Choosing between plotting and pantsing depends on several factors, including your personality, the story you're writing, and your goals as a writer. Here are some questions to help you decide. 1. What's your personality? If you thrive with structure and prefer having a plan, you may enjoy plotting. On the other hand, if you enjoy spontaneity and the freedom to explore, pantsing could be more satisfying. 2. How complex is your story? If your story involves multiple perspectives, intricate world building, or complex plot twists, plotting can provide the necessary framework to keep everything organized. Simpler stories can often be successfully pants. 3. Do you have a deadline? Plotting can be more time efficient since it minimizes writer's block and enables faster drafting. If you're on a deadline, plotting might be the safer choice. For passion projects with flexible timelines, pantsing might work better. For how much do you enjoy editing? Pantsing often requires heavy editing. So if you love revising and refining your work, you may enjoy pantsing's creative freedom. If you prefer a more polished first draft, plotting could save you editing time. Blending both. The planter approach. Many writers find success by combining elements of both styles, calling themselves planters. This hybrid approach offers the best of both worlds. 1. High-level outlines. Some planters create loose outlines, like a list of major plot points or a rough 3-act structure, allowing room for spontaneity. 2. Character first, plot later. Some writers start by developing deep character profiles, letting the story unfold based on the characters' personalities and motivations. 3. Scene by scene. Instead of plotting the entire novel, some planters outline one scene or chapter at a time. This keeps them focused while still allowing flexibility. 4. Milestones or tentpole scenes. Another approach is to plan key scenes or turning points, giving the writer a roadmap without rigid constraints. They can explore freely between these milestones. Tips for plotters. If you're leaning toward plotting, here are a few tips to make the most of your process. Avoid over-planning. Give yourself room to adjust. You don't need to plan every minor detail. Focus on the major plot points and character arcs. Revisit and revise your outline. Be open to changing your outline if inspiration strikes. Flexibility can keep your story fresh and engaging. Use tools to organize your ideas. Consider tools like Scrivener, Notion, or Trello to organize your plot, character notes, and research. Tips for pantsers. If pantsing sounds like your style, here's how to keep your writing on track. Track your progress. Use word count goals or chapter goals to stay motivated and keep the story moving forward. Take notes on key developments. As your story unfolds, jot down important details so you can maintain consistency. Embrace messy drafts. Don't worry about perfection on the first draft. Trust the editing process to refine your story. Conclusion: which style is right for you? Whether you're a plotter, a pantser, or somewhere in between, your writing process is personal. There's no right way to write a novel, only what works best for you. Experiment with both styles to find what feels natural and inspires your creativity. For many writers, the journey involves adjusting and evolving their methods as they grow. So, whether you're a plotter who loves detailed structure, a pantser who writes with wild abandon, or a planter embracing a mix of both, remember that every approach has unique strengths. Embrace the style that resonates with you and start crafting stories that inspire and captivate. Happy writing! Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and see you all in the next video.